I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
The game of Spencer. That's an awful game for us to have to make new people play.
It's kind of an egotistical game, though. I don't think it's a very nice game to force people to play.
Oh, it's awful.
Use your knowledge of me to know which one is me. It seems I was not my idea, Justin. That was.
Hey, don't worry. I'm still gonna think that this is a funny prank because you guys thought that I initially thought that you Button Mappers was one person. That's like the little lore that we have going on here.
Joke's on you. We are.
Yeah.
Wow, AI's come a long way. Wow.
Sure has. Should we get started?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay. Do you have any before we actually launch? Do you have any questions?
I kind of figured the gist of things. Like, don't have the segment run too long. It's not going to be too long. It's an NES game, and you guys throw to me whenever that segment's on, and I'll just try not to talk over people when they've got their microphones running.
I mean, as long as you don't go into a Star Ocean discourse, I think we're good.
Has that happened? Did Terry do that?
Oh yeah, you got it.
You nailed it.
It was our game of the year last year, and Terry starts talking about whatever the newest Star Ocean was, and then he starts going on about like all of them, and we were like at a point where we were like, okay, we got to wrap this up.
Did Terry have his webcam?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool.
We got him to talk for a while. That was kind of cool.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait, Terry, Jerry.
No,
There's a connection here.
there isn't. Move on.
So what's the deal with Terry?
What's the deal with Terry?
Okay. I think I'll just change the cameras. So now I've got people over here. I don't know if that makes any difference for presentation, but now my eyes are looking somewhere else because you guys are on that side of my screen.
Okay.
Is Teddy is sunglasses his new deal?
I also put on sunglasses. You just can't see it.
Do I need to put on sunglasses? Was this
I
something?
mean, you can.
I'm not gonna.
Are you a true dude?
Hurts my eyes to wear them indoors.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, I'm seeing everything in blue. I'm a true blue dude.
Very nice.
That's why I'm happy to welcome everyone to Dude-tober. For all things dudes, you've come to the right place. We invited one cool dude today, the Legend of Leo.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you.
He's one of our newer, people in our community, right?
Community members. Jesus, Spencer.
No, I'm not talking about him being in the Button Mappers community. I'm just talking about him being in like the YouTube creation
Sphere? Yeah.
community. See, you'll notice this, Alex is very self-absorbed. And he likes to
Well, I'm
think
doing a show.
he likes to think like, well, everybody's got to be our big fans, like our fan base. So that's probably what
Well, it's
Spencer's-
true.
No, Alex, not everybody's a super fan.
In order to get on the show, you must like
Yeah.
at least this much Button Mappers.
And do a few video responses too. Yeah, I think I qualify.
Yeah. You've done like 2 of them, right?
Yeah, they were good. 2 or 3. I enjoyed those topics, and I just missed last month.
Well, aside from doing Button Mapper response videos, what kind of content can we expect out of your channel? Legend of Leo.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm enjoying making a variety, which doesn't necessarily bode well for retaining a large audience, but that's just because the breadth of topics that I like to discuss with video games is a pretty wide variety. So trying a little bits of reviews. I'm really curious about how a negative review will go because not many people seem keen on making those, but I feel like I could do it tastefully. Other than that, a lot of discussion type videos, just these different concepts and topics surrounding gamings, not actually the games themselves. You'll find those in a playlist titled Food for Thought. And I just got finished with the Tears of the Kingdom binge, which really people seem to enjoy. And how could they not?
Excellent.
He also ranked.
But what
every
about the
Final
button mappers?
Fantasy.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You ranked every Final Fantasy?
Yeah, well, I thought I was ranking every mainline Final Fantasy, and I mentioned my exclusions of the online games. People did not take to that very well.
Oh my god, they're obsessed with 14 right now.
Yeah, and fair enough. But the thing is, I imagine these people are not leaving these comments only on my video, which is, oh, how could you rank the mainline games and then not play 14? I wasn't going to waste my time telling them, well, I played, X amount of hours in the free trial. That doesn't mean anything to them anyway.
No.
But I imagine they're going into multiple videos, probably leaving the same copy-pasted comment. How could you make this video and rank every game and not Final Fantasy 14? Why do you need someone to tell you where Final Fantasy 14 ranks? Clearly, it's your favorite.
Right.
So just take my ranking, and if it pleases you, put it at the top. There you go.
Dude, Final Fantasy 14 blows. I have played a bunch of that game. I gotten past level 50. I played that game enough. It's fucking like normal remedial ass MMORPG garbage. It means if you played World of Warcraft, it's like playing World of Warcraft, but like a really polished World of Warcraft of 5 years ago. It's got all the beats that you would expect. It's just really polished.
And maybe I'm the only one with this complaint, but when I started playing it from level 1, oh no, you have to play till the end game. You have to get to where the story gets really good. Well, no, I have to get there somehow. And it just so happens that the first 20 to 30 levels that I played, it just kind of felt like fan fiction in the Final Fantasy universe.
Absolutely. No, it's terrible. That's fucking bullshit. When people are like, you're like, I'm playing it, and I'm level 35, and it's just not really gripping me. It's like, you gotta play it to level 60. That's when it gets real good, is when you put in 150 hours, that's when the game starts. That's what people say about those games. It's like, no, fuck you. That's stupid. I'm not playing this game for 150 hours. It's bullshit. I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down, and guess what? The 20 hours that I played suck balls. So you know what? Final Fantasy 14 is a piece of trash. What do you say about that? That's what I say to those people.
You should have done that video for me.
Yeah, game's trash. What'd you? No.
I like Sonic.
I haven't seen this video, so I'm gonna check it out. I was gonna ask what you rank number 1, but let me see.
Where's Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bearers?
Yeah. What did you rank? What did you rank number 1, and why is it Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
The Crystal Bearers. Come on.
What makes it better than 7? That's what we need to know.
No, I'm gonna check this fucking video out. That's cool. Can I make a prediction? And you tell me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, of course.
Your favorite of all of them, because you're a younger guy, right?
32 now.
Oh shit.
And I had older siblings, and I had my parents' NES as a hand-me-down.
It ain't NES games. Your favorite is 10 or 12.
They're up there. Both of them are up there.
But not
number one.
No.
Where's 12? 12 my favorite.
I know.
Oh, yeah?
You're a dirty millennial.
You're gonna be I think you may have told me.
Back.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay. We gotta check your video out to find out.
Sure. Thank you. That'd be cool. And then I'd be interested in reading 13? What you guys think.
That's why 8 was the best in the series.
10 too.
Don't come at me with that 13 shit. That game is that game is just pure trash.
15, you get a car.
The funniest comment I think I actually had was somebody got mad at me for what the worst game on my list was. They didn't like that it wasn't their worst game. I have never seen something like that on any ranking video ever.
Really?
So yeah, someone's like, how could you put that dead last? And I'm assuming they thought like 2 would be last or something. And yeah, that really did not make for a happy day.
I played 2 fairly recently. 2 is not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of interesting. Like it's. I mean, the game. There's a lot of weird shit in there that's like not used now, but it's kind of cool.
And it depends on which
I like
version
it.
you play.
Yeah, I played the
So-
Pixel remaster, so it's streamlined for idiots like me. But
Gotcha.
but like, I mean, conceptually, there's some interesting stuff there.
Yeah, tons of good stuff. You guys will find out what I think.
Okay, this
dude,
is the
Mo.
part where we plug our stuff. So,
Insert
Alex, be a cool dude. Tell the viewers where they can find more button mappers.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. What's up with that?
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah. You're welcome.
What's up with that? Classic Jerry banter.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
That's like what I think of when I think of Jerry Seinfeld.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
It's like Jerry
Those
Seinfeld.
catchphrase.
Like,
What's up with that?
20th century Jerry Seinfeld. What up with that?
Also, we have a Discord.
Hey, good to know.
I will argue with you over various rules. Apparently, That's
I'm a little disappointed. I haven't seen any arguments since I've joined. Just very gentle, friendly ribbing, and that's it.
Okay,
You're
well,
not paying enough attention.
yeah, just tell Terry that open world games are actually pretty good, and I'm sure you'll hear something. But
Give Terry a deadline, and then expect everybody to deliver by that deadline, and watch Terry be upset.
But if you're a super cool dude, cooler than any of the dudes that Alex was alluding to, I don't even think he alluded to dudes. Maybe
Whoa! I didn't allude to any dudes.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Teddy did allude to being a cool dude.
Are you cooler than Jerry Seinfeld? That's my new game show.
Yeah.
It's an awful game show.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Who are you calling a lewd dude? Okay, and
I've alluded to this dude. If you're really cool though, you're probably watching this on YouTube because that's where you'd watch it. And you should like, comment, and press your vape pen down on the subscribe button so that you can get more of our awesome content. And then ring the bell.
You sure that pen can interact with a touch screen, with a computer screen or phone screen?
I'm sure the dudes have figured out a way to do it.
Oh, those vapists are smart guys, eh? Good stuff.
Yeah, the vapists know what's going on.
This is my $100 vape mod.
Do you think like
they probably
I'm not
break
pushing
it on
against
the mouse
the
and then are like, oh well.
Oh,
have to
no.
try another one.
do you think like vape people that vape look like they're smoking it like they're wise men? like you ask him like a deep Joe Rogan style question. You're like what if to get the cops it was 912, and they go like they take a hit of it, they go. You know, I've thought a lot about that, and then they give you their 2 cents.
To me, they look like they're blowing into a whistle backwards,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
sucking out a whistle.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like it.
Well, one thing you might also like is that we have a new brand spanking question minister.
Oh yeah, we do. Fuck yeah.
We have
The prime question minister.
first ever prime question minister.
Yes.
Congratulations to you. I don't know if I want to. Should we reveal it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Congrats to Bio
Bio.
Phoenix for becoming the first ever prime question minister.
Justin,
On this episode-
if you say anything, this episode ain't happening.
We will know.
So, as the first ever prime question minister, Bio Phoenix, you get not just 1, but 2 questions per game talk. So, use it wisely. Use it. Don't abuse
And
it.
wisely, you should use it because next month is a very wise month. It's not wise month. It's NES month. We're doing Nintendo month. Which is for the wisest of gamers.
Buy a
Wise
bag of
guys.
Wise chips. Yeah.
Hey guys, what about for anybody watching for the first time? What exactly is that whole question thing?
The question master?
Question minister.
Well, it's always some
question
version
minister.
of that, but they get to ask 2 questions for game talk.
You administer the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
In a
pretty
prime
sick.
manner.
Yeah, and you can only
Everybody else gets one.
you can only earn it by participating in the community discourses.
It's true.
Okay. Like, I mean, I've never understood that question thing. And I was wondering, like, are you gathering these from the YouTube comments? Are you gathering them from Discord? And also when you actually answer them.
It's all a mystery.
Okay.
You have to dig deep into the button mapper lore
See,
to,
Justin,
to find out.
the way that you get subscribers is to keep people guessing.
I guess so.
You don't tell them where they can find your channel. You don't tell them how to get onto your Discord. You just leave trails. You leave little hints that they can
I got it.
maybe they could piece it together.
Don't make too much sense.
What?
Scares people away.
People don't like it.
So what's up with Prime
What's up with
Question
that?
Minister?
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Excellent. All right, let's get
Anyway,
to
yeah,
the
questions, leave 'em.
Yeah, leave them for what's the month?
NES month. Nintendo month.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, first question from last game talk comes from Turbo Zone.
Turbo.
Turbo, you are a designer for the hit 2011 video game Jimmy Johnson's Anything with an Engine. This is a real game.
Wait, what? This is Teddy. Those are the wrong questions.
Really?
Yeah, wrong game. Next game talk.
Shoot.
Motor month game talk.
What-
we already answered that.
Whoops. Okay.
We already answered that.
Pardon that. Oh, well, we could answer it again, maybe.
Whap, whap.
Yeah.
Just
What's
roll
up with
with the
that?
punches, Alex. Answer the
What's
question.
up with that?
All right, first question from last time. Dude, get this. Malta Master didn't even leave a question. He just said car timber.
Fired.
I replied. I said malt member.
Okay. What makes it ironic, Legend of Leo, is that he was the question master.
Mm-hmm.
Did not use his
He got
power.
it taken away from him. Yeah, he got it stripped away because he didn't use it for 3 months.
Impeached.
Term limits, man. These ministers have term limits.
Well, he was impeached. He was
Yeah,
given
he was president.
he was given a warning, and
Oh.
he failed to, heed the warning, and the consequences followed. So, sorry, not sorry. Malta.
This comes from Cynical Gaming Blog Terry 309.
Oh boy.
What do you want? That's not his question. Question: What is the manliest game you've ever played that isn't F-Zero GX? Because we all know that's the manliest, right, boys?
Nothing screams manly like seeing a bulge in a skin-tight suit.
Package confirmed. I like that.
Terry, you're the kind of guy who goes and works out of the gym with gray sweatpants, huh?
Jim.
What's
Man.
up with that? All right. I'm gonna answer the Wolfenstein: The New Order. That game's just like testosterone fueled madness. BJ Blazkowicz is a badass.
It's hard
Maybe.
to pick one over our Game Talk game.
I know that's a tricky thing. I'd probably just say Halo, just a generic answer.
Yeah.
Just military
strong.
shooter,
I'll say God of War. And I'm talking
good.
any of them, but I've specifically played.
Boy,
I've specifically played the reimagining, and I'll say because, and I'm sure the old ones like this too, but I didn't really play a lot of it. But a lot of the puzzle solving even involves just destroying shit, which I think is a pretty masculine thing to do. So,
can Can you give me a good boy?
No.
Oh,
Okay, I'll do it. I'll try.
damn.
But my voice is, I have a high pitched voice, so it's hard for me. But I'll try.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Boy.
That was okay.
I gave him
Sounded a little country
more
to
like-
me. That was like that was Uncle Kratos.
yeah.
Come on over here now, boy.
Boy.
Uncle Kratos.
Hey Terry, even though you don't like this game, The Witcher 3 with Geralt.
Oh fuck yeah. Guy's a man.
You know what
I thought you were gonna say Shadow the Hedgehog.
A game that I wondered about is Killer is Dead. Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
It's a Suda game.
Yeah, exactly. So the guy's got all the scenes with the ladies, carving people up, driving motorcycles. Haven't played it yet, but that was one that I actually thought about for a theme like this.
Nice.
I always thought Suda 51 games were shit. Teddy, what's the next question?
Oh, I just wanted to give a shout out to Rumble Roses. I would play that.
Yes.
What's up with that?
That's dude's game. Manly. That's for the real. What separates the men from the boys? Okay, this one comes from the minister himself, BioPhoenix here.
Excellent.
Where is he?
Q, are you a bad enough dude to save the president?
Find out in our map out.
Is that a reference?
Yeah, it's an NES
Yeah.
game, Bad Dudes.
Mm.
Oh.
It's on the back of the box.
You read it?
I read the yeah.
You read the NES box? You of all people.
Of all people, yeah.
He doesn't have it though. He just read it.
No, I'm not a
Scrolled
video
through
game.
NES box
yeah.
art one day, and then I came across this game, Bad Dude.
Whoa, Bad Dudes? Let me get a piece of that. Oh, and I read the back of the
I want
box.
to save the president.
So
Dude, you sound like the kid from the Zelda commercial where it's like, "Whoa, look at those graphics!" You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. I wasn't. I guess no. Probably not.
Okay.
Because I get scared a lot. Loud noises, guns, ninjas, all phobias for me. So no.
I see. Justin?
No, better to run and live another day. I'm not saving any president.
Gary?
Maybe.
What
We've
would
talked-
qualify it? What qualifies your maybe?
Yeah.
Like, what is it
I don't know,
dependent
with the
on?
with the political landscape, you know, which president? that's the question.
Are you bad enough to save Trump? Okay, next
Save
question.
Joe Biden.
Okay, I'll say bad enough. No, I'm not bad enough.
Shit.
I'm good enough.
Yeah, I'm good enough.
I'm not Secret Service, so
Well, you wouldn't tell us if you were, right?
that's true. This is the perfect
maybe you
way to
are.
live a double
See?
life and convince people that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not.
No, I'm not. See, here's my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, this one comes from me, Majority. Q, which Call of Duty game owns a special place in your heart? Pick one.
Shit. The first one was zombies.
To be World at War, right?
Because I played that at like an internet cafe with some friends one time. That was fun.
The 4 had its Nazi zombie mode? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I think
It's
World
irrelevant.
at War was the first one.
it's just whatever has zombies.
Semantic
Who cares?
discourse about Call of Duty.
No, that it was
No,
Actually,
no, not 4.
okay.
Alex, you want to go on that one?
Yeah, I'll go with 3. Because I actually played some of the older ones, and I had 3 when I first got a Wii, and it's not a good game, but I remember playing it anyway. And there were sections to where you had to like drive a Jeep, and like you think of like a Wii game, you would hold the Wiimote like sideways to drive. No, you hold the Wiimote and the nunchuck like you're holding a steering wheel and move it in that motion, and it's
Oh
awful.
no.
And I somehow still look back on this moment in my life fondly. So I'm going with Call of Duty 3 for the Wii.
It's awesome though. I like that you mentioned the Wii because I've seen footage of that one and it looks dreadful to play. Call of Duty 4, first one, whenever it first came out on 360, borrowed it from a friend. 2 weeks of my life on Christmas break was banked on that games online, and then I had to get it for myself, and who knows how much more time I spent on it. So, but I mean, you look at the different games across the series. I don't think they offer too much variety between them. And there's going to be those big Call of Duty fans not listening to this who would get upset at a statement like that. But yeah, that's why I think all 4 of us right now we're just kind of drawing blanks on like which one had the zombies.
I only play the Triarch ones.
Call of Duty Ghost is underrated.
Yeah.
I log into Warzone every day.
Daddy?
2. It's just the one I grew up with. And it was like at the advent of Xbox Live. So I go home to my friend's house after school every day. We just walk, and I remember this one dude on the Xbox Live, like who we made like Xbox gamer tag friends with. It was Game Time something. So if you're listening, shout outs to you. Game Time, and I just remember him going every time like, "Let's go shoot some squirrels." So that was
Wait, 2 or Modern Warfare 2?
2. Call of Duty 2.
Just 2, okay.
Call of Duty just 2.
Okay.
You've heard of Just Dance. This is
Just 2.
Just cause.
just COD.
It was on the box.
It's not even Call of Duty. It's just COD.
Just COD.
It's fish. It's codfish.
We should make a game called Just COD. And it's just a fishing game.
That would be amazing.
I was
become
thinking
more popular.
Yeah.
I was thinking you're combining Call of Duty and Just Dance. It's a dancing war game.
Take on the Nazis like they've never been faced before.
A dance battle to the death.
Just Dance.
It sounds like a 2023 TikTok recruitment video for the U.S. Army.
For sure.
Sounds effective.
They're doing the fucking the Napoleon Dynamite dance.
Oh no.
Pretty sick.
All right, that's enough Call of Duty. All right, here's the real Turbo Zone.
Turbo.
You're a dude ranch. You are a dude ranch. You're at a dude ranch.
Okay.
with the
Easier to
dudes.
imagine.
Yes.
Is it?
You're at a dude ranch with the dudes when you feel the urge to do the DEW with the
Jesus.
dudes. Which video game dude are you trusting with securing the DEW for the dudes on the dude ranch? Justin?
So is this like who's gonna have my back so I don't get busted? Like I need a security guard to keep watch while we're going broke back.
Oh shit.
That's how I interpreted the question.
Ask
So
fucking Jerry. I don't know what that was.
if I needed like a
This was pretty clear. This was pretty clear. Who's securing the do for the dudes on the dude ranch?
You're right. Okay, so if I had to answer Dr. Seuss's question, I'd probably pick like the dude Duke Nukem.
I was gonna pick Duke Nukem. Damn it.
It has to be a video game character?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't specify.
Oh,
That's my fault.
No, it says video game dude, but I guess you could play video games and be a dude.
video game dude. Nah, I'll play by the fake rules that Alex has set.
Fake rolls. Okay, Spencer.
Okay. Dude.
Dude.
Ooh. The dude himself, Solid Snake.
Ooh,
Oh.
Ooh.
can't top.
I've got the dew.
Do you know where you would hide the dew?
Where would you hide a
In
snake?
his stomach.
In my stomach. He would hide it in my stomach. He would put it in my stomach.
That would suck.
This sucks.
Well, that's where the dude's gonna end up anyway.
Jesus.
I should go keep Chameleon. I don't know. He's got a skateboard.
Alex,
you
who's
have a
there on
skateboard?
your Ram Ranch?
You're zeroed in on this like it's a gay thing.
I got lost in the riddle, man.
Yeah, I mean, I too.
There could be undertones, you know.
Yeah, they're gay undertones. This Jerry.
There's gay undertones to all these. This is why it's game talk, you know.
This is starting to sound like an Alex Jones rant.
Is this gay, Jerry? What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Jerry and Terry. Terry.
I wish Terry spoke like Jerry Seinfeld. That'd be better.
Anyway, I'm going Leon Kennedy. Leon Kennedy's my dude. He'll secure the dew.
An actual bodyguard.
Dude
That's
for
a
the
good
Dew
one.
Ranch. Yeah.
Along with the minister's daughter.
Hell yeah. Bring her to the dude ranch. See, it's not gay. She's
Never said
21
it
as
was.
well. So just so we know.
Good.
The age of consent.
21.
Okay, 21. Extra consent.
29. 29 years old. She's legal. She's legal, boys.
Boy, she's 42.
Ready for you.
You know that 42 and ready for you. That's my new dating app.
She's in her prime.
Only 42-year-olds are allowed on the dating app.
Yeah.
42 and up.
We got them all here. 42 and over.
Well, that does it for questions. Leave us a question for Nest month. Bring the extra Nespresso.
Use your PSI.
All right. Yeah, Earth is bound to your questions. We're gonna do game talk about some cool dudes, but before we do, I just want to ask Legend Leo, you ready? You can do your game talk dude segment, your manliest, dudeliest segment.
Yeah, you sure?
I'm sure.
All right.
I believe in you.
Okay.
I'll say it like that. Yeah.
I'm going to pivot a little bit. So the whole Dude Month theme, again, like I said to you guys offline, makes me think of the 90s. Makes me a little bit nostalgic for when people actually said that word and meant it. So I'm thinking of these games that I played back then, and it was limited to the NES, for the early portions anyway. And while this game is not the best beat 'em up that I've ever played on the NES, it holds a lot of special memories for me. And I'll come back to that point about the best beat 'em up on the NES. So, did you guys ever watch these kinds of movies like Three Ninjas? Really cheesy.
I watched that like around my birthday this year in the hotel. It was
The
terrible.
whole thing was just like, kids pretending they could beat everybody up. So the game that I've got here is Double Dragon 2, The Revenge.
Oh.
And even though it's originally a late 80s arcade game, it was ported to the NES in 1990. And this is one that I got to play with my older brother, got to play with my older sister. Co-op was the best way to play it. Or if you didn't have co-op and somebody helping you, pop in the Game Genie. You're going to have a good time that way. So the whole thing about this game, you got a couple characters, and their names are like Billy and Jimmy Lee or something. I don't know the Double Dragon lore, but I think it's Billy and Jimmy Lee. And poor Billy, the opening scene tells you that his girlfriend was unfortunately killed by the shadows of an evil crime syndicate. It's the year 19 something something, and New York City has basically turned into a crime-ridden cesspool. So Billy and Jimmy, the two double dragons, they're on this quest for revenge to make up for his girlfriend dying. And now, as far as the actual game plays and goes, one of the best things about this game, funny enough, is the sound set. And you got these really crispy sounds that play whenever you deliver the punches and the kicks. Just a really satisfying sound, similar to like what people say about Genesis sounds. The NES has a little bit of that in this game. The looks and the presentation are fine. Like the color palette is pretty average, but the backgrounds that are behind every level, those are pretty cool. You've got some really odd references popping up. Like I'm not sure who it's supposed to be in Mission 3. It looks like a big bulky version of Danny Trejo, and then in Mission 4 or 5 you have like what's basically Arnold Schwarzenegger come in as the final boss, and he just had these ridiculous camo pants for the NES. So my siblings and I would like just call him Pickle Pants anytime he appeared. And you know, you're just having like a lot of good mindless fun. There's some good mechanics in the game. Enemies will sometimes spawn with weapons. And so if you knock them around a little bit, you can make them drop the weapons. One really cool thing actually for the NES, I think, is that the enemies or even a different enemy can pick up that weapon if you haven't gotten to it first. You've got pipes, you've got flails. I think they're actually chain links. And later on, the weapons get a little ridiculous with dynamite sticks and ninja stars. All the enemies basically fight the same with the exception of those dynamite guys, and it's a fairly challenging game. But hey, beat 'em ups, whether you're good at them or bad at them, whether you get far, you don't get far. If you like that kind of game, then it's something you're going to enjoy. I think that pretty much wraps up the critique of the game and the review of the game. Going back to what I said earlier, when I said it's not the best NES beat 'em up, I was actually hoping that I could talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. And then I remembered, it's a little bit, really I would rather talk about Shredder's Revenge, which basically does that arcade game a lot better and came out last year. It'd just be a little disingenuous to talk about it because I didn't get to play Shredder's Revenge. But I know I'm missing out there, and that'd be a fun one to like try to get my brother to play with me again over the holidays. But Double Dragon 2 at the very least holds its own as an NES title. A lot of nostalgic memories, and if you're looking for a beat 'em up, go for any of those titles that I mentioned. Double Dragon 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're gonna have a fun time if you just like beating people up.
We never played Shredder's Revenge, right?
There's no documentation of it.
Can't be proven in a court of law.
Yeah, we played through that whole game and then lost the Twitch stream. We were supposed to upload.
Oh no!
Like so I can't remember what month it was, but yeah.
Did you all enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I will say
I was not the
No,
biggest
sorry,
fan. No, it was fun. It was passable.
he's not a true turtle fan. Get him
Yeah.
out of here.
Get him out.
What's up with turtles?
What's up with that? I will disagree though. I think the best beat 'em up on the NES is easily River City Ransom. But Double Dragon is
I didn't think
part of the same series though. It's still part of the Cuneo.
Did you say what you thought the best NES beat 'em up was?
For me, it was the TMNT arcade port. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I agree
And,
with
like,
that. I
you
think
gotta
that is
listen.
the best. TMNT.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
How's it feel to be wrong, Spencer?
Why don't you fucking say that to my face?
Because it's River City Ransom.
That's a
If
good
people
game.
want to play, and if people want to play that, I think it got re-released and remastered also not too long ago. So there you go. You got even more, modern day beat 'em ups to play.
Did you ever see?
There's actually all the Kunio Kun games and Double Dragon games got bundled together.
Oh, okay.
Because like Technos owns like that's all the same series. Double Dragon and Kunio Kun and stuff, and like River City, it's all the same thing. So you could buy a collection with all the games.
They're all the same
Awesome.
game, exact same game.
Pretty much.
Did you ever see the Double Dragon movie?
No.
Oh Lord! Oh God! It's bad. It's not good.
It's got Alyssa Milano in it. This was before she
Oh yeah.
went a little wacky, but
Hell yeah.
she was always chef's
Hell yeah.
chef's kiss on that one. But yeah, no, it's apparently a really bad movie. I saw a little bit about it on Red Letter Media, but I never watched the whole thing myself. But yeah, apparently it's really bad.
Hell yeah.
I believe it.
It's called The Revenge, or Double Dragon 2. The Revenge.
The Revenge. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's actually probably the best Double Dragon on NES. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
what do you think of the? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, just one of the things, like a lot of those older arcade games, you do kind of feel like there's something in the way the game plays, there's something in the mechanics that it's like, oh yeah, when this was in the arcades, it was definitely one of those coin grabbers. Like you're just meant to constantly dump the coins in. But I mean, even as a kid, I never had the worst time with it. Like I'm mentioning level 4 or 5 whenever it is that this Arnold Schwarzenegger character comes out. That's about halfway through the game, so it wasn't the worst thing to play.
You know, those
What do you think about
cameos
the,
make me think of like Shinobi too, because like I guess it was Revenge of Shinobi. They're bringing in like Godzilla, and I think there's like I don't know, there's like kind of the I forget
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man's in there, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Gary?
What do you think of the weird jumping with the pushing the both buttons to jump?
I never got the hang of how to do like that super knee attack where you're supposed to basically do a jump, land on the ground, and then when you come up for a second jump, you deliver. Sorry, guys, my camera does that when I put my hand up. And it's the super attack where after doing one jump and then a second jump, you can basically clear enemies off the screen. It even plays, I think it plays a different sound effect too, like when you send them flying. The jumping was wild, but I did spam the jumping spinning kick. That was pretty good.
Did you ever play the Streets of Rage games?
No.
Good man.
No, the only beat 'em ups I've played are like Golden Axe, Double Dragon, Turtles, and probably a few more that I can't remember, but no Streets of Rage.
Okay.
They would run laps around this game.
Okay.
1 and 2 are pretty solid, and they're co-op, and yeah, they're visually striking. I mean, I tried the first Double Dragon, and after having played the Streets of Rage games, it's just like, I don't know. I maybe I played the wrong one, but I think it was like going around a city, and I was like a little lost.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long you guys want to go off on this little tangent, but I feel like beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, and a few other genres like that, you either are drawn to them and you enjoy playing them, or it's just kind of you experience because of nostalgia, or there's something you want to see because your friend mentioned it. And for me personally, like those genres are not that I dislike them, but they are at the bottom of my list. So if it wasn't for all these really strong memories of how we used to play together, my siblings and I, I probably would have been picking a different game today. But that said, for its nostalgic merit, I do like it.
Okay. Well, we just picked you
I've
because
never
you're a
thought
really
about
cool
ranking.
dude, you know. So that's at the end of the day.
I've never thought
you're
about
here,
ranking.
You know.
Billy and Jimmy Lee, these are the two doodliest dudes you can get on the NES. Okay, they kick those Mario Brothers butts easily.
Hold on now. Come on.
I've never thought about ranking genres before. That's an interesting thought.
Not even ranking them, just what do you like more? And I kind of know where my top 3 to 5 genres are, just based on what I play the most and what when I finish a game, what I want to play next. And it's never a shoot 'em up. It's never a beat 'em up.
What about sports games?
Depends on the game. So it's also at the bottom, but the ones that I have liked, and these are usually experiences with friends as well. They're right up there with like some of the best gaming times that I've had, gaming experiences I've had. Yeah.
What about visual novels?
I gotta keep giving the same answer for every genre you ask.
Bottom of the
Ones that are
list.
great. I'll play with my friends.
Not in my top 3 or 5.
You guys agree with that assessment though, where like they are a little more niche and you either love them, not love them or hate them, but they're more unpopular for a reason, and it seems like the fans of them are diehard fans of them. Love shoot 'em ups. Oh my god, dude, Gradius. Oh, it's the best game ever.
Yeah, well, I agree. But I think all those games are trash. Beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups. They're like these little arcade games that they port over to consoles, but it doesn't work. Like,
No, it does. See, that's the thing. I'm an arcade guy, so this is right up my alley.
I played I went to a friend's house and he's like, I got Metal Slug on my like Raspberry Pi,
Oh,
and I'm
Metal
like,
Slug.
okay, like that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool if like we had any stakes in the game, like we had quarters and we had to put them in. But when you have infinite continues and all you do is just press the X button to keep going, there is no game. It stops being a game. It just becomes like a bullet
I agree
sponge.
with that. I think that when you
Spencer,
convert them to console, like you have to do so delicately, because otherwise it's pointless. I had that problem when I had the Metal Slug Anthology on Wii.
Yeah, you're just a bullet
Because
sponge.
it's like, what am I doing? I had that problem with Raiden 5. It's like made out to be this really intense shooter, but I could just press start when I game over, and it's like I've already used like 30 credits
Yeah.
to get to level 5, so I'm just kind of the game is playing itself at that point. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Alex, what draws
That's-
you to them though?
Well, I was gonna say, Spencer, if you want, we can play Metal Slug, and you can just give me a quarter every time you die. If that makes you feel better, if you want to waste your quarters.
It
Cool
doesn't.
stakes.
It doesn't.
I just like arcade action. I'm a fan of simple like Atari style games. So
Mm-hmm.
that sort of stuff draws me in.
Our question minister actually said something in a recent video that was pretty interesting, and he goes to those types of games. Can't remember exactly which genre or the other, but when he just wants something to relax, doesn't have to use his brain to think too much about the game. He can just kind of play it, maybe have something else in the background. Sorry, BioPhoenix mentioned this in one of his videos. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's kind of like, I see it as like a different type of grinding. I would rather maybe play like an RPG with my brain off and just do a mindless task there. But I see how playing a beat 'em up is basically the same thing, right? A little bit less cerebral, those games. Maybe they're for more relaxed gamers. I'm not trying to put them down.
He's
I'm
calling
just trying
those
to
gamers
think.
stupid.
No.
He says
No.
and we can quote him on this, I think. He says that people that like beat 'em ups are dumb.
Well, I'll just add before it goes back to Alex that maybe, these are the games for people who really, when they want to play a video game, it is just pure relaxation. They don't want any stress from the game because the reason why they're playing it is everything else is too stressful. I don't know your thoughts on that.
Alex?
Nah.
Just play it because it's
Get
fun,
out of
right?
here. Yeah. Sometimes I don't want to worry about an RPG where I'm like, what happened in these last 50 hours of playing this game? I want to play a fucking action game where I'm like, hell yeah, I just blew up some shit. That's awesome.
I guess one interesting thing and where the genre gets a little more interesting for me now is as people are making them for like, the modern ADD riddled gamer, you've got later on I'm going to check the title of this one, but there's one where you've got a cast of 4 girls, and in the game you're going to you pick one to start out, and you're going to be kind of adding them to your party as you go, and they've added on RPG mechanics. So one of them is a gunner, one of them is a technician, an engineer, and they can set up turrets. And what makes it more interesting for me, and plus it plays top down, but I don't think that necessarily matters for making it more fun, is in between the levels, you go back to your little hub, your campsite. And from the enemies that you've beaten, you can take that collected currency and use it to level up. For example, on the engineer, I'm going to make my turrets do more damage, or I'm going to make my lobbed grenades explode in a wider radius. So it's like, oh, okay, you take some of those mechanics and you add them to an old game like a Double Dragon or like a Streets of Rage. Now you're talking. Now there's just a little bit more for me to play around with. If you guys are interested, I can find that title for you.
They just did that. River City Girls is basically the Double Dragon, but with RPG mechanics.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So
I like beating people up. What can I say?
Get him! Get him!
Hey, you guy right over there. Let me beat you up. I like doing what I can't do in real life in a video game. No, I'm joking.
No, there's truth to that.
Yeah, no, there's charm. There's charm to beat 'em ups, and I'm not particularly good at them, like those old school ones. But I do think there's something gratifying about the one and done. And with some of the older ones, I mean, I can't speak to Double Dragon as much, but like Streets of Rage, it is limited continues, so you do have to play pretty well, and especially with your partner, you have to make sure you're not like eating each other's apples or like wasting your special. So there is some engagement. Double Dragon 2, I'll give it a try. I have that collection.
Going to be one of those games you just
I
pop
have.
in for 5-10 minutes and it's like, cool, that's what it's like.
That's actually the only one I have on cartridge.
Oh, 2. Nice.
What does it look like?
Like an NES cartridge.
2
It's
dudes.
got a big Roman numeral 2 on the front.
Yeah, and he's got a big muscly dude and a cool action pose. He's like, his
Okay.
chest is out and stuff. He's like, yeah.
It's high on the dude meter.
Dude verified. I can verify this.
Verify that, dude. Oh, thank you. The Legend of Leo.
Thank you guys.
Let's roll on over to Alex of Turbo Zone. What doodliest catch do you have for today?
Can we just roll out the Seinfeld music? So I have a question for Spencer. Spencer? Yeah, okay, so usually Spencer, I do like some obscure ass hardware like the Game Gear or the Neo Geo Pocket or something, you know. But I have a question for Spencer. Spencer, what's your favorite console?
Wow, my favorite console?
Yeah.
Shit.
Because I think I got one for it here.
Man, that would bounce back and forth. Let's see. You know, we just talked about it over on Teddy's channel. Majority. I'm gonna say right now the 3DS.
Nice.
Is that your final answer?
The fuck is it? My final answer? Sure. What the fuck does that mean?
Is that your final answer?
Wrong.
I played a game for the Atari. I played a game for the Atari Jaguar. Today, I'm here to talk about Evolution Dino Dudes for the Atari Jaguar, also known as The Humans, which was a game for the Amiga, ported over to the Atari Jaguar. I like the name Evolution Dino Dudes better. It also fits nicely into Dude Month. I played this game for an obscure Atari console on another obscure Atari console, the Atari VCS. That's like two obscure consoles removed from each other. That's amazing.
So
Evolution Dino Dudes
it up.
is a Evolution Dino Dudes, aka the Humans, same game, is an Lemmings style puzzle platformer, similar to the closest I've played recently are those Mario Donkey Kong like March of the Mini games where you have to use a little robot Marios and stuff. It's kind of similar to that. In each level of this game, you play as cavemen from a tribe, and you have a goal. Your goal can be as simple as get the torch, discover the wheel, or hunt a dinosaur. You have to work together to accomplish these goals. You have to arrange each of your little cavemen. You can get them to like climb each other like ladders. You can get them to like hop across gaps, like using a spear as like a, I don't know, like a javelin type thing. There's all sorts of different ways you can traverse the levels and use the Dino Dudes to your advantage. The game is very tricky. I did not finish this. I wanted to, but sadly, with this being a fucking Jaguar game, there's nothing online. There's like no walkthroughs or anything. So I got stuck and I could not get unstuck. And I was like, I tried to look it up and I went up to like GameFAQs and there was like one guide for like the Humans, and it's like the Amiga version, and I was like, I couldn't figure it out from there. So I actually had to do something I haven't done in a while. I had to go on to the game's manual, which I'm playing on the Atari 50 collection. So I go onto the game's manual, and I actually had to flip through the manual to try to figure out how I was stuck. And I did get unstuck from one level and then get stuck on another level. So I played maybe like 11 levels in.
Nice.
Pretty fun game. The Atari Jaguar gets shit on a lot of the times, and rightfully so. It killed the company, basically. Till now. They didn't make hardware from the 90s till 2 years ago. The Jaguar does a lot of things wrong, but I think when it comes to 2D games, they're pretty good, and this game is one that I could see Jaguar owners having a fun time with. The button configuration is a little strange, because I don't know if you've seen a Jaguar controller before. It basically looks like a combination of like a Sega Genesis controller with a number pad glued to it, because number pads are cool, right? So I imagine a lot of the functions were tied to the number pad as well, to the with the buttons and up top and the D-pad and the 3 buttons and then the whole number pad. It's like fucking 12 buttons. So playing it on like an Xbox style controller is a little strange at first. I didn't like it when I first started playing it until I played around with it, then finally got it, figured out. But at first it was not intuitive, like playing on like a modern controller. So you Jaguar owners out there, enjoy your number pad, I guess. Evolution Dino Dudes. Yeah, play it. whatever. It exists. I like
Sounds
it.
good. Sounds really good, actually.
Don't.
It's on that Atari 50 collection. So if you have Atari 50 for like the PS5 or whatever the hell, or the Atari VCS for all you Atari VCS owners, it's there.
Yeah.
So I know what a VCR is, but what's a VCS?
Yeah.
A video computer system.
Oh.
Oh, like a Commodore.
So the Atari so the Atari VCS is the new Atari console hybrid PC. It's a console and it's also a hybrid mini PC. And it appeals to absolutely nobody but me. And some other niche people.
Are there more games in the series? Newer ones?
Oh yeah.
The Humans. Let me look. I'm on the Humans.
Yeah, there's Humans
Wiki,
2.
does it say?
There's Humans Insult to Injury in 1992. Humans
Nice.
3 Evolution Lost in Time in 1995.
Oh,
Oh,
full circle. There was one on the DS, Spencer.
yes.
Would you look at that?
The Humans Meet the Ancestors in 2009, released by Deep Silver.
There you go. So you
Hey.
can play that on your 3DS. See, I knew where I was going.
To the 3DS.
And saying Lemmings is a big selling point, like for me at least. So the comparison there is a nice one to hear.
Yeah, I think at the time that would have been the closest comparison would be Lemmings. The characters don't move automatically; you move them manually, but you do switch between them, and you have to get them to work together. So it does have like a Lemming-esque quality to it.
Saying that I can buy this on my PS5 when it came out in 1992 is a big selling point for me. That's definitely
Actually,
why I
The
invested
Atari
500
Jaguar version, Spencer. Actually, the Atari Jaguar version, Spencer, came out in 1993.
My mistake. That makes it a lot more enticing when you put it.
30-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Dino dudes.
Yeah,
I didn't see anybody celebrate.
Evolution
That's
Dino
weird.
dudes.
I figured I would see some more hype around.
I'm I'm celebrating right now.
Okay.
Are you a dino dude?
Hey, I'm not trying to
This
butter.
marks our.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm not trying to butter you up, but I like a lot of the game recommendations that you put out. You pick some really interesting titles, and we seem to have similar tastes, at least with a lot of the mechanics that I like.
I was gonna say this is the first and maybe only Atari Jaguar review on the Button Boiz.
It's okay, make it a good one, and you don't need any more.
Hopefully the last.
Don't say that.
I'm impressed that you didn't whip out your Game Gear for this. Certainly had
Nah,
enough choices.
I did Game Gear last month.
Yeah, you wouldn't want
I
to
did Game Gear last month.
duplicate that.
Double dip. I'm trying to think of like, is this the most obscure hardware I've done? No, that would be that Sammy Atomis Wave. That was the most obscure one I've done.
Mm-hmm.
I did the King of Fighters Neo Wave or something for the arcade Sammy Atomis Wave system. That's probably the most obscure one I've done.
I'm happy one person here likes your recommendations. So
And there will be more.
See what I have to.
He won't
See
be.
what I have to deal with.
He won't be here on the next Game Talk, unfortunately.
I try to get creative with these Game Talk games, and they're like,
Yeah, it's so
"Why don't
creative.
you just
It's
play a
literally
PlayStation?"
you
Why don't
swap
you-
you swap between some S&K crap and then Game Gear, and now you've mixed it up with another thing from the early '90s.
Yeah,
You
an Atari Jaguar. Hell yeah!
so creative. I can't wait.
Unearthing worthwhile games.
I can't wait for the search results where people are looking up the Humans, wanting to know what the review is, wanting to see what people are thinking.
Hey! That King of Fighter Neo Wave game was like surprisingly successful with the clips.
Good.
You get one.
Who knows? Maybe there's somebody out there that wants to know all about Evolution Dino Dudes. Because don't forget, this isn't the Humans on the Atari Jaguar. This is known as Evolution Dino Dudes, and that is what I played.
listen, I know you want a Dino Crisis, you want an Evolution on the Dreamcast. You clicked on the wrong video. Okay.
Sorry. Bummer.
There's gonna be like a bunch
Can
of
you evolve?
people will type in like a bunch of 8-year-olds are just gonna be like Dino dude. Just sounds cool.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
Alex,
Jerry Seinfeld.
I cannot guarantee that I'll remember that this is called Dino Dudes when I clip it. It's just FYI.
I will send you the title. Evolution.
That's cool.
Dino Dude.
I'm excited for you to send it to me. All I'm telling you is I don't know that when I actually
This
clip
is
it, I will
not
remember
the humans.
that. We'll see.
You
We'll
have
see what
to
happens.
evolve.
Can you give us a forgotten title?
A forgotten
Like
title?
scrambling to type in the YouTube title, but you forgot it was Dino Dudes. What do you call it?
Dino Crisis for sure. Because then people might click on it.
I'm trying to think, like, if I played this back in 1993 and haven't played it since, I don't remember the name of it, I'd be like Dinosaur Lemmings. That's what I would put. Like caveman lemmings. That's
Well,
it.
yeah. How are more people not excited by the fact that you're chaining cavemen together to make human ladders and you're throwing their
That's
javelins
awesome.
around?
Yeah. And you're like throwing spears at dinosaurs. You get to hop on the back of pterodactyls. You get a torch, which you can burn down like trees and other dino dudes. There's an opposing tribe of dino dudes, and in the levels you can attack them because they want to attack you.
Because it's associated with the trash Atari console. That's
Ah.
why it's not exciting.
I know these two are not the ones, the target audience for this kind of thing, but your description
Show
just
me,
there.
show me the target audience.
Well,
I'm gonna
hold
go
on.
on Google and look up the trends for the
Alex
people
just
looking the
talked
shit
about
up.
pterodactyls and all that stuff, and you're gonna have these people who are like Chrono Trigger fans are like, I love Ayla, I love the old era, and they're gonna stumble upon. I have to look up the title that I wrote down. Evolution Dino Dudes. Sorry, I couldn't memorize it either.
Like dumb
none of it
title.
Proofs in the pudding. That's all you need.
All I'm saying is that after this episode comes out, the Atari Jaguar market is going to be booming.
I'm sure.
Good job. I'm happy.
I have an Atari Jaguar. It is hunting season.
Hilariously, though, Spencer, the 3DS is dead, but the Atari Jaguar is still getting homebrew games. So I will dance on the 3DS's grave.
You can still make homebrew games for
Atari
the 3DS.
consoles- Yeah, but nobody's putting out 3DS homebrew cartridges. Nobody's putting out 3DS homebrew cartridges.
Not yet. They were doing it for the DS, so they'll do it for the 3DS.
But every
lets you play
Atari
homebrew
console.
games as well.
Every single Atari console gets it.
Whoa! That's so
Yeah.
cool. No way.
So I'm saying,
no,
I'm living it up over here on the Jaguar. Meanwhile, the 3DS is dead.
it's dead. I can't even
Actually.
turn mine on.
I think there's still at least one like Western developer who's making a really garbage JRPG. Did you guys hear about this like late last year or something?
No.
Like maybe about an alchemist or something, and he had a Kickstarter or one of those sites to get together some funds. He was like, I'm gonna make the best JRPG with all of these different elements, and he released just a trash version.
Fuck yeah.
Apparently, we're waiting for his second version or his update or something like that. So it's not dead yet. It's on life support, but it's not dead yet.
Let me
got a
guess.
pulse.
It's Chrono Trigger
Can I,
inspired.
Oh, inspired by the classic. A love letter.
A love letter to Chrono Trigger.
Hate that term. So much.
Finally, the Chrono Trigger sequel we've been waiting for.
Before we end this segment, can I show you guys the amazing cover art for this game?
Leg it up.
If I look at it, it's gonna mess up
see
my
here.
recording.
Wait.
Oh, that wouldn't even send. Hold on.
There you go.
Oh,
Damn it.
Darn. Oh shucks.
Hold on. I got it. Give me a second.
Oh, come on, please send it.
Why Google Images?
Thank you, Google Images.
Yeah, thank
I thought you were gonna hold up the cartridge. This is a little underwhelming now.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. I don't have a Jaguar.
Oh,
After all that, he doesn't even have a
Yeah.
fucking Jaguar.
I played this on the Atari VCS.
Oh.
Hold on.
Eddie, you're
Damn
just
it.
blinded by its
All right.
brilliance, huh?
I'm making sure I can't see it.
It's all blue.
Why don't you want to see it, Teddy? Whatever. All the images I could find on Google, so it's fine.
You know what?
Just know that it's
Tonight,
fantastic.
there are going to be 3 Google searches, and Spencer needing
For
to edit
Evolution
it,
Dynamics.
me being genuinely curious, and Alex just like trying to find the cover art. But that's 3
Hold on,
Google
hold on.
searches.
I got it. I got it.
Increasing the traffic.
Here we are, waiting.
Our viewers are on the edge of their seat right now. I can only.
I couldn't imagine being an audio listener.
Why?
Keep him entertained.
Here you go,
boys.
just-
Keep him entertained.
You can just click
No,
on
this
that.
is entertainment. I'm just sitting
I'm
here
not
waiting.
opening your virus.
Okay. It's my virus. You got me.
You'll have to change your thumbnail to get us to see it.
Okay, give me a second.
And
Okay.
that's slowing my computer
The
down.
people watching are on the edge of their
I don't know
seats,
if I
so
can-
take your time, Alex. If their knuckles are white right now.
Alex, the file type is .cr download. I've never even heard of that.
No,
That's
me
a-
either. Me either. That's why it's
No, I
terrifying.
can tell you that's a package.
Hold on.
That's what they use to package the download before they give it to you. Because it's a site that's how they get their traffic is they make you download shit.
Gotcha.
Is X gonna give it to you?
Hold on.
Download
Yeah.
that one at the Do Ranch.
At the
Hold on.
yeah,
At the dude ranch.
the do ranch.
At the gay dude ranch.
Oh, I'm on the ranch.
Yeah. Get a dollop of dew.
Package it up.
Sealed and delivered. Alex, if you don't send this fucking picture, we got to move on.
It's sending. It's sending. Hold on. It's halfway there. It's almost there.
A picture.
You're sending everyone to sleep right now.
Picture in 2023 is
Hold on.
sending. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold
We're
on.
just waiting for a picture too, not even a video.
Okay. We've established that my internet isn't
Hold
good.
on, I got to
right
plug
now.
in my dial up real quick. Hold on. I got to use my AOL.
Yeah.
AOL CD.
I need you to send this to my flip phone.
I got 15 minutes so we can count. Wow, that was completely worth it.
I just looked up on my phone
Look at that.
Evolution Dino Dudes cover. I could have shown that to the audience too.
Could have.
Actually, I still can for the audience since you guys
Did
probably
you
can't.
just did you just take a picture from your phone of this?
Yeah.
God, you're the worst. You're the
You want me to show?
fucking worst.
No, it's not going to turn out. Is it? Forget
Funny
it.
as shit. Look at it. It's pretty good.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
T-Rex banjo, Teddy. What are you showing?
Oh, shit. This
Spencer, can you
is
use
through
this?
evolution.
Can you use the picture that I sent in the chat for the thumbnail? Like in the thumbnail?
Probably not. I don't know. I'll probably fucking forget. But I'll download it
I'm
now.
running you right now.
I'll download it now.
Future Spencer, use it in the thumbnail. Thank you.
That
Gotcha,
worked.
Jerry.
It spoke through the ages. Let me add it to the drive, and if I remember, then I'll use it.
Well, that was my segment,
Thanks.
and we can all agree it went over flawlessly.
I liked it up till the ending. Really good stuff.
Until the ending? Or through?
Including the end.
Viewers can let us know. What do they
To be
prefer.
continued.
Yeah.
Do they like sitting on the edge of their seat, waiting for files to send to us that they can't see?
I had to evolve in order to send it.
You're a real dude
Yep.
in the dino era. Your internet is as fast as the dinosaur era.
You got me. That's why I played this game. I'm trapped in the prehistoric era.
Help! I'm in an Atari VCS.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's time for my segment, which I will also bring Spencer in on. As we two dudes play the dudeliest game of all time, probably. the game of dudes, the games of dudes, and Gears of War for the Xbox 360. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
The original Xbox 360 campaign via co-op took us 2 nights, and we shot some grubs.
God, what a badass game. Really
Spencer,
is.
tell them what's Gears of War.
Gears of War is a bro game for bros. It was at the start of, I think, like the 360 kind of being the dominant force for a while. It was like the first Rockstar game developer, Cliff Bleszinski. He was cool because he said fuck in interviews, and everyone was like, this guy's legit. Which at the time was unheard of. But he made this game that was based off of like military cover, which everybody was kind of expecting to go the first person shooter route, and in general that's where the whole console was going. But this game was actually a third person cover based shooter, which to my knowledge hadn't, especially in this fashion, hadn't been done before. I'm sure there've been games that have something similar, but never to this like high quality and this very cinematic standard. A lot of over the shoulder action with the camera being shaky behind you when you're running. It was very cinematic. It had a lot of cool touches that they still use today. Like when something interesting is happening on screen, you can hold the Y button and then the character will just look at it. So you don't necessarily have as many cutscenes, but you have things that would be a cutscene that you can, bring into the actual experience with you. Really, really cool, ahead of its time thinking. And as a shooter, it's actually also pretty advanced. We saw some really cool moments where they were playing with the idea of cover and how you can use that to make for a really interesting game. So it's also got like really big fucking dudes. These guys are huge.
Yeah, they are definitely the highlight. Is the dudes? They're beefcakes, nothing but dudes. There is a girl at one point, but otherwise you got dudes all around you. Even the locusts are like big burly alien dudes.
Yeah.
These guys are equipped with freaking guns that turn into chainsaws. That's like the primary weapon of this thing. There's also all these other cool, unique things. I think that's a big selling point, is that it wasn't like every other shooter of the time. When we picked up the Hammer of Dawn again, it was like, dude, oh, I remember this, back in the day. And I mean, it's not like the most functional weapon, but it's still super cool. A lot of other weapons are pretty useful. The pistol's cool. I mean, the shotgun is classic. And then the active reload was huge.
Yes.
Because if you every reload is basically an engaging moment, because there's like a sliver on the reload thing that you can choose to aim for, and if you hit it, it increases the power of your weapons. If you miss it, it slows down your reload time. If you let it run, it's just a normal ammo reload. And so that could be huge in taking down enemies close range with a nice shotgun blast. With the sniper rifle, at one point I was picking off guys with the sniper rifle left and right, and I didn't even have to get the headshots, just because I kept getting active reloads. And I can't think of many other games that are like that.
Yeah. I mean, also like graphically, it's really pretty. This was one of those this is Unreal Engine, right? If I remember, I think.
I don't know. I'll fact check it.
Fact check that. But the lighting in it is incredible. Like, it still looks pretty good. We didn't play the remaster. I think we'd both be curious to at least see it, not necessarily play it again, but just kind of see it from a remaster perspective, see what they would fix, because it's pretty striking. Like, even now, it looks pretty good. I remember back in the day, this game was beautiful. People raved about the graphics, and you could see why. It held up quite well. The cinematic nature of it is like hearing like the shit rev, like the chainsaw. The sound is freaking on point. It does a lot of things right. Not a lot to complain about with the game. It's about 5, maybe 6 hours in length. Perfect amount of time to just get in, get out, do what you want. The characters are
Use Unreal Engine 3.
Gotcha. It was like an early example of it. And they do some interesting things with co-op, although I think they could explore that more. I think they probably do that in the later games better.
Mhm.
But they still had a couple cool tricks with co-op that made it interesting. Some ideas were a little frustrating. We got stuck at the carts, but other than that, it was cool. Those parts were kind of frustrating because Teddy is actually much better at this game than I am, and the parts where we had to split up, he was limited because I would keep dying, and it would require us to restart, and there's nothing he could do about it. Whereas like when we were actually together, he could pick me back up. So that part was probably more frustrating for him and embarrassing for me. But we did make it through regardless, and I think we had a really good time.
Oh yeah, I mean it's classic, like you said, cinematic. So many like cool moments. I'm not necessarily like paying much attention to the cutscenes or anything.
I
But,
skipped
like
most
even
of them.
just walking into certain areas, like a door will start to be getting dropped down. Boomers will start walking around the corner. Even that cart sequence, as stupid as it was, when that boomer's coming around the corner and you pop your head out and he just shoots you. It's amazing. So yeah, I mean, it's just a fun time. They keep it moving. They keep it fresh. The final sequence, that train sequence, classic. A lot of classic moments, classic throwbacks in there, and it's held up surprisingly well. The co-op experience is different because I mean, it's on the one hand, I would prefer playing this co-op than by myself. Although I was ready to play it by myself too. Playing co-op, the parts where you're together are easier because you can revive each other, but they're harder in the parts where you split up because you both have to accomplish that same thing successfully. So it can stagnate progression in a weird way. But really cool ideas. Even the tagging, you can tag people with grenades. That's amazing. Oh, I did run into choppy issues with the Xbox Live. I never have that. Spencer was host and I was guest host, and we had to do it through Xbox 360 gamer tags and not Xbox Live gamer tags. So that was kind of weird. But every time I threw a grenade to try and close the locust hole, I would start glitching backwards. It was just the grenades. I couldn't tell. Everything else was fine. So I don't know. Play the Ultimate Edition, I guess. I don't know.
You guys picked a really good game. Really good. Curious. You're bringing back a lot of memories from playing Gears, and that was actually one I thought of for like modern day dude games as well. So I'm glad that you guys covered that. I'm remembering the active reload, really cool mechanic. But Spencer, what exactly do you mean happens when you press Y and your character looks at something? Like, does it kind of go into a first person view of
Yeah.
the scene in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, it doesn't. It's not first person point of view.
Well,
it
it's
just
the
frames
camera
towards the action.
To me, that felt like it was like your guy was looking at it.
An
maybe
example
it
of
wasn't,
this is like when you're going through an area. I think I remember something. An enemy kind of appears on his own sniper ridge, and you get the prompt where you can kind of zoom in to look at him there, and you see him setting
Mhm.
up. Kind of alerts the player. It's also like in a way a hint system.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
The hint
now.
system, it was kind of like that, but it could have been way better because there were a couple times we had no idea what to do, and the default is it just looks at your partner. So it's like, but there were a couple moments where it was useful for that.
Was there any versus or co-op not in the campaign that you two played, or does that not happen till 2? 2 makes it really good, I think. 2 introduces
did
horde mode.
back in the day, back when it was like fresh on Xbox Live. That's what you mean. But I didn't play any for this.
We didn't do any horde mode, and we didn't because there wasn't for one, and then we didn't do any PvP type stuff.
All right.
Purely the campaign for us.
And that was one of the ways that the game really boomed. At least if it didn't for 1, it boomed during 2 because people took the PvP and the competitive stuff so seriously. It was like the harder Halo. If you're going to play an Xbox game, there was Halo with MLG, or I think Gears even had MLG hosting it at some point, but Gears was like for the, like you said, it actually created the name cover shooter. We got looter shooters, we got cover shooters, thanks to Gears, pretty sure. Nice one. Alex? Jerry?
Yeah, this game's cute, but it should have been on the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah, it's no evolution.
No, just kidding. I love hey, I'm the only one with dudes in the name of my game, so I'm saying. I loved Gears of War, the 360 games at least. I played the shit out of them. Looking back though, this first one to me, I like a couple years ago, I replayed them all on Xbox One, and it feels lacking compared to its sequels because they just do everything like bigger and better. And I know Teddy's only played the first one, right? But Spencer, you've played some other ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think Teddy's played more
do you
than
feel like
the
the first
one.
game is.
No,
I thought.
the only experience I have with the second one is playing Horde mode multiplayer.
Okay.
I never played the campaigns.
So yeah, so I'm talking strictly the campaigns. Like
Okay.
I feel like the campaigns were done better in the sequels. So playing this first one for me at least, like going back to it feels a little, I don't know, like a little plain at points.
Maybe, but I think the newer, like I played 5 and it was good. I mean, but to me, it's all the same thing. Like you can add all the flash and the cool shit and whatever.
But yeah, well, I just think like the set pieces are bigger in the other ones. You know, like the second one you have like the giant worm you're cutting through. The third one has like the third one has like the glowy zombie people and stuff. So it's like the first one. Teddy can come back.
He's done.
Yeah, he can come back. I'm talking about the first one though.
You can come back. What
give him a thumbs up, somebody.
You don't want to be spoiled about.
Yeah, that wasn't really a spoiler, but that's okay.
Anyway, that's not really a spoiler.
Anyway, I'm just talking. I'm just talking about the first game now. Okay. But the first game still has some cool set pieces, like the area where you're like going through the night and the bird things are like getting you, or you have to like travel around the car, or like there's still some creative areas in the first game, but I just feel like the other games do it better, so it's kind of hard to go back to the first one for me.
Alex, you know how in Halo, one of the big steps, the big leaps from 1 to 2 was dual wielding, for example, and then 2 to 3 was just kind of like, well, here's everything you like, plus old maps, plus it's more polished than ever. Like, what kind of changes between 1, 2, and 3, aside from some of the cinematic and some of the storytelling? I can't remember gameplay differences. And then Spencer, maybe you can chime in for 5.
There's not that many, honestly. Up through 5, there's not that many changes. I mean, they introduced like silly new guns. Like the third one has that gun that has like where you like stab somebody with it. You like run and impale them on it. You seriously see that gun? It's like a really dumb gun. Because like, why would you want that over the Lancer? You wouldn't. But like it's there if you want it. But like, really, the improvements other than the set pieces in the sequels are like the second one has horde mode. The third one has the mode where you set the like the defenses and stuff, which was pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
4 is just more of that, and then 5 adds like the open world elements.
Okay, so you've played the whole series. Gotcha.
Yes, I have. Yeah, and then there's Judgment, which I don't want to talk about that game right now.
And hey, Gears Tactics coming up at some point. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Oh, dude, that's out. That's a thing. Okay.
It's been out for years.
It's hey, do you like XCOM?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I like XCOM.
It's XCOM, but with Gears.
Sexcom.
Sexcom.
I just want to put this out there that I think it's adorable that Alex says it's hard to go back to Gears 1 when he picked a game that came out in 1993.
There's only one Evolution Dino, dudes. There's 5 Gears.
No, there's 4. There's 4 of the humans. We just established that as well.
Well, no. Yeah, but I didn't play the humans. I played Evolution Dino dudes for the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's not that hard to go back. It's obviously the newer ones have bigger explosions and cooler, maybe some cooler environments, but it's more of like understanding where all that came from that makes it so interesting. Because it was think about just how new this was at the time. It's really cool to see like the ideas they were coming up with back then.
And something is so classic about like, Baird being such a dick and the most dislikable character, or Cole, when we first meet him, that guy's killing them all by himself. And you just hear him down, whoa!
Cold Train!
Got another one.
I think what it was for me was that I played a lot. Like I played the first game, and then I played a lot more of the sequels. So when I went back to do like a replay of all the games back on the Xbox One, I think it was more like I was playing the first game, and I was like, "Oh yeah," and then I was like, "Oh shit, that's the sequel." Oh yeah, then that's the sequel, and I just kept like You know, like certain elements of characters and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this character does that. Oh, in a sequel. So
Kind of
to
related
me,
to
it
like,
felt like all the
like how
Sorry, go ahead.
memorable the games are. That's what I'm struggling with
yeah.
too.
To
Like,
me,
how
like
memorable were these games? Because
yeah, like the first game, I a lot of the environments to me always looked samey. Gray's town, Gray City.
Yeah, they're pretty grimy.
Yeah.
Spencer, you made a lot of good points when you talked about like some of the innovations for this game. And I haven't played too many third-person shooters, but I've played enough, even across like with different influences from different genres. And the Gears camera, it just feels perfect. This is probably like one of the best, shooter third-person shooters that you could play, as far as like how it controls and how you. Even though it's third person and you're technically removed from your character, it feels so fluid when you play it. Like, they nailed it from the first game with so many different elements.
Yeah, for sure. It always makes me laugh too, because like the areas, like you'll walk into an area and you're just quiet or whatever, and then there'll be like 5 sandbags strategically placed in a square area, and you're like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen here.
Did this game
I,
also have? Sorry, you go ahead first.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I played through all these games again with my mom. Yes, my mom plays games, and I taught her in the first game that how she knew a battle sequence was over was the fact that it always played that fucking guitar riff. So you'd finish like an area, you go like, bring.
Yeah, I like that.
Did the game have destructible cover? Was that a thing? If you're behind like a concrete pillar, can it get chewed up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even think about until probably the end of the game. I think I was hiding behind. I think we were fighting like in his house, and I was hiding behind a chair, and they tore it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, well, fuck! I forgot that was here too. That's pretty badass."
Oh yeah, the Phoenix House. That's when like it starts getting like kind of obscure. Like the progression. There's a random door that opens, but you're not signaled to it. Also, there was like some failed jump scares that were pretty funny. How poor they were.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like there's like
feels-
horror elements to it, but it's not a horror game by any stretch.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like the first game was like teetering. It was like, are we a horror game or are we not? And then they quickly realized they are not.
It's completely rendered completely ineffective because you're controlling these big beefy dudes that can't take a
Well,
can't really take a hit.
that like the first fight we fight the Charger dude that can only be taken down with the Hammer of Dawn. That's pretty intimidating. Like that section, where he's like charging through the area.
Oh, that guy. That's a good segment. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that could have worked in like a horror context, but like nothing else in the game really does that.
No.
Nor does it need to. I don't think it is necessary.
Mm-hmm. Solid, guys. That was solid. A lot of good memories coming back.
Mostly of the Atari Jaguar.
Yeah, all those memories.
Oh no.
I remember that. I remember it.
Spencer, where were you?
In the Jaguar's belly.
The Belly of the Beast.
Wow.
I think the Belly of the Beast is a chapter in Gears of War, is it not?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's where we paused.
Mm-hmm.
We paused.
In the belly.
my stomach.
My stomach. All right, well that's game talk.
Well, we had beat 'em ups, we had Jaguars, and we had chainsaws.
What?
It's a pretty dude-centric episode.
Wait, what was the last thing you said?
Chainsaws.
What?
Lancers. No one knows what the hell a lancer is.
What?
Chainsaw gun.
What?
Fred Durst didn't use lancer in his song.
Well, you forced me to do it because you changed the damn...
Oh, lancer.
Lancer. What? A motherfucking Lancer.
A motherfucking chainsaw. What?
Tell me what you're gonna do
There's a lot
now.
of there's a lot of Limp Bizkit love on this show.
Yeah.
It started out as a joke, but I think we're just into it now. Limp
Happens.
Bizkit fans.
Yeah, just like we turned ourselves into fans of Limp Bizkit.
You parody something enough, and you ironically like it grows on you.
Do you guys know what
I am.
Do you guys know what a Limp Bizkit is?
I don't think it's show appropriate, but you could tell us.
Fresh out of the ranch kitchen, baby.
Here we go. Dude
All right.
Ranch exclusive.
All things lead back to the ranch.
According to Urban Dictionary, Limp Bizkit is several guys stand in a circle around a biscuit. They all begin to jerk off, ejaculating onto the biscuit. The last person to finish, I'll say, consequently has to eat it.
Hey, what happens at the ranch stays at the ranch. That's all I'm saying.
Is that not the nastiest fucking thing? They named a fucking band after it. It was one of the most popular bands of like 2000.
That's their origin story.
Yeah, one of them had to have eaten that.
Hey, which member of Limp Bizkit ate the biscuit?
And why was it Fred Durst? Yeah.
It's one band you don't want to see backstage.
Yeah. No groupies. Like, why aren't there any groupies here?
Why are we getting sponsored by Popeyes? Free biscuits.
Motherfucking Popeyes.
I'll tack on and maybe lead people out of this little, lecherous segment that when we were talking about the beat 'em ups and how they can kind of be modernized before, I did look up the title of the game that I was remembering, Full Metal Furies. So if you're interested in something that's top down, beat 'em up meets shooter, just meets kind of like little small, like individual screen gameplay, kind of like how in the old Zeldas, it's one screen, then the next screen, then the next screen. Full Metal Furies, RPG elements in one of those types of games.
That
might interest people.
That is one letter away from being a very different game.
My kind of game.
You add a strategic R into that, and
this is the question for next year. When's Furry Month?
When do you want it?
Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3.
We've already done them, baby. We're on to Sonic Adventure.
That game probably contributed to the biggest boom in furries, actually.
Probably.
With Spencer verified, he'll be there for Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
There wasn't Star Fox.
Ooh, the old art
Adventure?
for Star Fox was like furry city.
Yeah. Yeah, Slippy was hot.
I thought you were leading us away from the legend.
I did. Somebody else took us back.
And then you brought us.
Spencer brought us back. Spencer's a degenerate.
Then he said Full Metal Furries, and now I'm looking at that. Furries. I mean,
that sounds like the best.
Isn't a furry
the best anime?
Isn't a furry just somebody that likes to dress up?
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily somebody that likes to also like fucking it, is it?
Crossing the line is another thing entirely. And I'm only saying this because this actually came up at a friend's birthday party the other night. And at first I thought he made a video where he snuck into a furry convention. I don't know if he snuck in, but he went into a furry convention. And I thought he was kind of like just making fun of them.
Yeah.
And then when we talked about it in person, he actually had, like, he was backing them up for a lot of things. Like, they're nice.
They're
like,
kind of right about
nice
a lot of things. Yeah, doesn't everybody technically sneak into a furry convention? Aren't they all incognito?
That's true too, actually.
No. I announced my presence.
Like, no, I mean, roof. Yeah, it doesn't have to be sexy, but it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's just a bonus.
They can't help it if the costume they picked is hot.
Hey, Teddy, why do they call you Teddy?
Has nothing to do with what you think it does.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Sad
I had to
Seinfeld.
throw one in before we close the show.
Yeah, one more. What's up with that? Well, that's the show, boys and girls. Make sure
Vote for your favorite segment. We don't do that. That'd be awesome, though.
Yeah.
No. Don't.
Big shout out to Legend of Leo, aka Justin. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for putting up with us.
You guys are fun. It was good. Good time.
That's how we advertise ourselves. A good time. When we come to the show, it's a good time.
You want to have a good time? Go to thebuttonmappers.com.
Yeah.
Thebuttonmappers.net.
.org.
.com's already taken.
.gov.
.org.
.gov. Yeah, we are government funded.
.edu.
If my tax dollars went to this, oh boy.
I feel like the world would be a better place.
Yeah, probably better than some other government spending, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's us or
Not to end on a low note.
It's us or Ukraine, okay?
So we've mentioned Trump, Biden, and now Ukraine. All right, good stuff.
We're trying to.
We're just dancing around it.
Yeah. Those lizard people don't
We can't
steal
get
my
too
fucking money.
We can't get
Alex
too
Jones?
specific with our
Alex is
political
there.
views.
That's true.
Yeah, I mentioned Alex Jones.
Yeah.
If you guys want a lot of political content, check out my other YouTube channel. No.
Degenerate Leo.
The Lizard of Leo.
The lizard.
For the lizard people.
Dude,
If you want
am-
alien conspiracies, come to my lizard.
Dude,
channel.
I'm so fucking on board with all conspiracies. But when you say like lizard people, like, come on. Like, even if you think they're a lizard people, just don't say it. Because you make it just looks so bad.
You know what, though? There have to be some really absurd ones to kind of help the other ones attain more of a believable
Oh,
status.
shit. Then it's like, I'll get on board with the World Trade Center if you're talking lizard people. That's
Yeah,
a good
exactly.
fucking point.
Spencer,
I'll trade
Spencer,
you one
let me
World
get
Trade
this
Center
straight.
for a lizard.
let me get this straight, Spencer. You're okay with furries, but not lizard people? There's a double standard here.
I didn't say I was okay with furries.
And also, just so everyone knows, we're recording this not on the 11th, so we're being tasteful.
Oh yeah, what is it?
15.
Because any other day, it's
15th.
fuck those buildings.
But my clock does say 9/11, just so you know.
It does, actually,
is.
it does right now.
Wow.
Hey, I'm innocent.
Yeah, this is. I'm not.
I'm not East Coast. I'm over in Arizona. It's 6:11 for me.
But
Guys,
what's the
I'm not-
6 upside down?
I'm the ultimate offender here. I'm in New York as we speak at 9:11 p.m. What have you done to me?
I'm not
What
sure
have
if
you
I want to
done?
link this to my friends anymore.
Oh.
So, what'd you do on Friday night that weekend? Just
Furry
Game
convention.
Dash 9/11.
it might be easier to say that, Spencer.
Yeah.
It might be easier.
Oh, I dressed up as a wolf.
It's now 9:12. We're safe.
All right.
All right, Alex, play us out, please.
End it, Spencer. I'm tired.
Not until you end it right.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them Button Mappers.